Tactical Pop-Tart Challenge. Right, so in this challenge we're going to have Pop-Tarts versus Bridgeford blueberry turnovers. So let's talk money. Pop-Tarts clearly wins on thriftiness. These blueberry turnovers from Bridgeford are $16.99 for a 3-pack on Amazon. And that's a lot more than the Pop-Tarts, which are, got my receipt here from Wally World, Walmart, $4.32 for 16 toaster pastries. Now I think that's 2 pastries. I mean, so you're talking 8 different. I have to open it up and find out. Before I open it up, let's just look at the dates. November 15th, 2020. Bridgeford, June 8th, 2022. So these are going to have longer shelf life. I know that there's an oxygen absorber in these, and I doubt these have one. So that's that. Now back to the money. You can open this thing. So yeah, 16 pastries, that means there's 8 packets. 2 in each one. 2 toaster pastries of these are equal to 1 of these, just by going by the calories. They're pretty much same on calories, same. Now I got the unfrosted because I wanted to be able to just throw them in a hot pan, turn them over. And same thing, these don't have any sugar frostings. They had bigger, like 48 or 64. So it's a little misleading. It's 8 of these packets, and the serving is 2 of these pastries. So this is going to be, one of these going to be one of these, which is 2. So, and how they count them is misleading, but it's still a better deal. $4.42 versus $16.99, just on the money. And they had like a 64 pack or something like that, but on sale for I think $11.52 or something. But those are all frosted, and you can't turn over a sugary frosting because it'll just melt onto the pan. Alright, so now moving on, we can't do this without coffee. So I've got my little coffee, my small size coffee. I think this is a Bodum French press, and I stirred it with a tactical coffee stirrer because you don't want to use metal. It'll screw up the glass over time. It'll either break it or chip it or whatever. And you need this glass to make coffee. It's not like glass that was blown off a building somewhere. This is glass for your coffee French press, so you need that to be working. And who would blow up a French press anyway? Alright. Tactical gadget break. Survival plasma beam lighter, dude. Plasma. You gotta see this in the dark. Now I know there's something wrong with turning out the lights in the middle of a YouTube video, but fuck it. Yeah. Plasma, dude. Plasma beam. Let you fire with that shit. Back to the Tactical Pop-Tart Challenge. And here we go for 100% Kona coffee. Here's how I usually make my coffee at home in the morning. I have a larger one for if I have entertaining groups of people, but this is like a HVS only kind of a deal, 1 person. And we're ready to go. Coffee is done. We have our pan ready here, so we'll I'm heating it up, and then we'll proceed with the Tactical Pop-Tart Challenge. Oops. Helps if you can aim it and it goes into the cup. Spilled a couple drops, no big deal. So 3.5 ounces. The most important thing about this is don't forget to take out the oxygen absorber, because last time I made one of these I forgot and I toasted the oxygen absorber along with the turnover. Alright, let me get some scissors, open this. Quick channel update here. I'm in the process of selling a condo and moving up to Volcano, a nice house up there that I have under contract, and at least for the moment. And so I don't know where my tripod has gotten off to, so the camera's just sitting on the counter. So forgive the bad camera angles. Here we go. Here's what it looks like on the blueberry turnover, and you can see how easy it is to, if you not looking to forget this oxygen absorber. Now the thing about these that I noticed is what they look like. They're thick and full of nice berry goodness, but they will kind of slide around. So when you're done, put it on a paper towel, or because if you just put it on a little plate, it'll slide off and then it'll be on the floor. So use a paper towel on a plate. Alright, it's cooking. I'm going to leave it on for 1 minute, flip it over. And turn over. Probably did a little too long, messing with the camera. This is my first video of 2020, so I'm a little out of practice. So about a minute on each side. I can think of 100 ways to heat up a pan, but since the grid is up, we're just going to do it on the stove. If the grid was down, now I think Travis showed that you could heat it on the engine of a car. I don't think that's very efficient in the zombie apocalypse, because you're going to want to waste gasoline on to heat up a Pop-Tart or a turnover. All right. So I'm going to do this one, and then I'm going to take out a Pop-Tart and do it while I eat this one and report on the taste. All right, here we go. Looks close enough for rock and roll. Just slides right off, and like I said, I'm putting it on a paper towel on a plate, because otherwise it will slide. There is a safflower oil, I think, in the bread, so that would limit any kind of oil they put in, is going to limit the shelf life, but I guess you need some for flavor, and especially in the fillings. But it slides. So now we're going to move on to the Tactical Pop-Tart and see how it holds up. It already won on price, for sure. So let's take apart a package and see how it does on taste. Alright, so you can see that this is kind of a more substantial, the Bridgeford food item, than the very thin Pop-Tarts. But there's two of them, so there you go. I'm just going to flip those Pop-Tarts over really quickly. The stove is already off. I'm just going to save energy and use the heat that's already on there. Turn it over like a turnover. This is one of those ceramic copper slippery pots. There you go. Let's see if I can do this. I'm not mouse toes or anything like that, but there it is. Give it a couple minutes, or even less. Give it about 30 seconds and those will be done. And on with the taste test. The Bridgeford. Lots of Nice, sweet blueberry filling. They didn't have unfrosted blueberry Pop-Tart, so I had to get the strawberries. It's only unfrosted one they had. So no frost on this. The crust is a little dry, but it really tastes good thanks to the filling. Very substantial. They're about the same calories, 2 in protein. The 2 Pop-Tarts equal 1 Bridgeford. But the price is so different, it's almost like you gotta go with the Pop-Tarts just for that. The only advantage these have is you could put them in the shelf and forget about them for a couple of years and they'll still be within their manufacturer recommended best by date. Alright, so let's compare them to the Pop-Tarts. Honestly, the Bridgefords have a lot more filling. So, I gotta say, I'd rather have a Bridgeford in an emergency situation where I have to fight off zombies than this tiny, thin Pop-Tart. I mean, look how thin it is. Compared to the Bridgeford, just look at it. I mean, if you're gonna fight zombies, is this what you wanna eat? Or is that? But then again, you just have a lot of these, I guess. I mean, you can barely see the filling. I mean, I know it's there. But I gotta say, if I gotta grab and go, I'm picking the Bridgeford. But if I have to pay for it, I mean, yeah, I think what Travis was saying about tradability, I mean, people may not know what a Bridgeford turnover is, but a Pop-Tart, they'll know what that is. They called them Pop-Tarts because they used to pop them in the toaster, heat them up, and then they pop up when they're done in the toaster. So that's that. This has been the Tactical Pop-Tart Challenge. Pop-Tarts win on price. Bridgeford wins on having the most filling inside of the turnover. All right, but whatever you pick, Pop-Tarts are easier to get. They're cheaper. It's up to you. You can get both. If money's no object. I mean, $16.99 for a 3-pack is kind of expensive off Amazon. But thanks for watching the Tactical Pop-Tart Challenge, and this was my first video for 2020, so hopefully I'll find my tripod for the next video. Aloha.